Greetings, traveler.
I don't really want to play Warlock, so I guess I'll pick Shaman.
And fire, heed my call.
Alright. What do we have on 5 again for Shaman? Hey, Exile Universe. I'm gonna pick Damage. For Shaman, I almost always want to play more aggro. So, pick that. Alright. A 3 showed up. Probably still pick Gastropod though. Because it's very, very hard to get 2 drops that are as good as Gastro. It's an early Bloodlust. Both Kodo and Earthshock are pretty good as well. I don't think I picked Kodo just because I already have the Announcer. Funny enough, the Announcer also makes me like the Bloodlust a tiny bit less. I think I'm actually going to go with the Earthshock this early. Bone Mare. I might pick the 4 over the Axe. I've been struggling to get enough 4 drops. And the Axe sort of messes with the mid-range curve I usually make, but not sure on that. I like the Ranger, but I think this is the point where we pick the Announcer. So we pick Mystic over Ranger. So then it's just do you want the Element or the Might or not? And I think we just picked the 3. Veteran's pretty good. It's just the body. Might help with Bloodlust and stuff. Napper or Axe? Probably just pick the Napper. Feels good to... Like, I think those 3 drops we skipped were a little risky, but we're getting rewarded for now. And I do think in Shaman you usually end up with enough 3s. Not the Bone Drake for previously demonstrated reasons. Normally it's an easy Primal Fin, but I'm playing a different sort of Shaman right now. Thunderhead has been remarkably good. We don't really have much to go with it right now. Primal Fin's a lot worse if you don't go for the lots of 1-drops and lots of 3-drop taunts and stuff. Probably gonna pick the Thunderhead for curve reasons, and it's potentially a good card. Okay, Bloodlust came back and it's cheaper right now. Mekaru would be a pretty okay pick though. I think I'm probably picking the Bloodlust, but gonna have another look at my previous lists. Might actually just pick the Mekaru. 2 3s, 2 4s, 1 good 5. I think it's the Bloodlust, but it's actually close. Could you explain why you didn't pick Bone Mare earlier? What? What did I skip for Bone Mare? Or what did I skip Bone Mare for? If that happened, I was probably just not paying attention. Oh, Bone Drake, not Bone Mare. Oh, Dragon Slayer. It's just really, really, really nasty when that happens. This is such a free Gastropod, it's amazing. The Gastropod makes me happy we didn't pick the Mekaru. But it's hard to anticipate you getting free Gastropods. Right? Or Gastropods in general. Valkyrie is sort of bad for what we're doing. I don't love Tidal Surge, but I think I'm gonna pick it. Igneous is free spread. What's free about paying 3 mana for a River Croc? It doesn't look free at all to me. I'm not saying it's not the pick, but saying that this is free spread would be just not accurate, right? Mekaru's back. Grim Necro's here. Probably want the Necro. I hope to get a fungal. Fungal looks good, of course. Basilisk is also looking really good. But I think we pick Fungal for this deck. Especially with Rain of Toads as well. It's a little too nice. Wow, more Gastropods. It's amazing. I think the only card I skip Gastro for in its bucket is Worm usually. Oof, baby. 3 mana. What the fuck? Probably gonna pick another Toads. I'm not sure how 3 mana Flame Tongue performs. Ooh. We definitely want both the Bone Mirror and the Fire Rally. So we have Unstable Evolution and Bone Mirror as big late game cards. I think it's probably Fire Elemental and hope that we get a Worm. Shady, did you used to skip Leg Tray when training? For a while, when I had trouble with my... it's not really my hip, but let's just say my hip for easy translation, whatever. But I no longer do now. If we had perfect knowledge of the next cards, and we know we don't get another big card, I think I prefer Bone Mirror. But if I get another big card, I prefer Fire Rally. So that's where I'm at. There's 8 more cards after this. Another Unstable, another Bone Mirror, a Worm. So I think I'm going to pick the Fire Rally. Another 4. It's not super, but it's like the Grim Necros sort of came very fast there, right? It's fine. Earth Alley's not bad either, but 1 Hex, 1 Earth Rock is fine, I guess. Bolt works with Thunderhead. Applebound's a 5 mana card. You don't like Haunting Visions? No. Should I? Or not? Alright, Warbear is amazing, but we might need the Beastmaster. Warbear is a lot worse if you play Rain of Toads, which we are going to do a lot of the time. So I think we have to pick the 3. Yeah. You pick it with high priority? Oh, wow. Well, sell it to me, right? Why do you pick it? Yeah, I think normally the Warbear is better, but you can use the 3 and you have double Toads. So Toads is going to make the Warbear feel really awkward. Okay, now we're happy we skipped. We got the Fire Rally. Whoa, a vanilla 2-drop, I guess. Alright, sell it to me in this pack. Because I don't need a 4, but normally I'd pick the Cursed Disciple just because. If you picked Bone Mirror earlier, what would you take here? Bone Mirror. It's not a terrible thing to have 3 Bone Mirrors, not at all, but you'd prefer 2 Bone Mirrors and a Fire Elemental. Okay, I mean, I don't need the 4, so I'll pick it here. Probably Earthen Might. Don't really have many elementals, but it's a Mark of the Wild in a lot of cases, which is playable. And then if you hit it on your Fire Rally, Thunderhead, is that it? It's pretty limited. Storm Chaser pulls Bloodlust and Toads. We could do with another 5 mana card, just as a Spiteful Smith. I should probably give the cube a try. I haven't really played much cube lately.
Throw versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
For Doomhammer.
Speak your peace.
Whoops.
I love omelets.
Whoops. You don't force the ping with Nepper. People still say that, right? But yeah, it's not a good way to say it.
Rams, don't exciting enough.
What you're doing is you're just making it more awkward because he'd like to ping it on 4 more.
Back, beast.
Blast Wave and Scorcher is going to be pretty annoying. I think I want to take my Overload now, and then next turn cast one of the 4 mana spells, and then play Fire Rally without Overload.
The dark path is my destiny.
A warrior just ignored my Keening Banshee. He died. Yeah. I saw a post on Arena HS showing Banshee being offered against Gurabashi offering and something which was basically as bad.
For the master.
For the master.
My turn? My turn!
My turn!
For the master.
I hope they initially bucket Fel Reaver high. Positioning Craig as it.
For the master.
The Froggos are ready. What is the appropriate way to deal with Banshee? Pretend it's a 4 mana 5/5 and then play Hearthstone.
Science overwhelming.
Throw
And then play
Gul'dan.
the way how you would play against the 4 mana 5/5.
Be mine! For Doomhammer.
3 drop. 3 drop, please. Hey, Dan Fuller. I mean, you guys know I'm not. You guys know I'm never just gonna ditch Hearthstone, but it's just that pre-expansion drought, right? Plus, outages just fun, right? Definitely fun. It's just that pre-expansion drought. I mean, I looked at the Hearthstone section as well. It's not just me, right? Honestly, I feel like I held out fairly long. If you look at the Hearthstone section, on the second row, there's a guy with 28 viewers. Like, nothing against that guy, of course, right? But just saying that, yeah, in 2 weeks' time, or when is the expansion? Yeah, let's just say for good measure in like a week and a half or whatever. That's not going to look the same way. It's probably a pretty good time to stream Hearthstone if you're relatively unknown, right? Just because there's a lot of people saying, yeah, I'll play in a bit. Bit of a rough couple turns here, but Moshog into Toads should do well for us. Is it wrong to discover turn 1 before you know what you're searching for? So with that card, probably not. You used to have Raven Idol, which would give you the choice between a minion and a spell, and that would make it more complex, because you might not even know whether you like a minion or a spell. Yeah, I saw it, Sinet. I saw it. I pretty much have Skype open 24/7, so. This month I've been pretty good for my viewer numbers. Yeah, exactly, Dak. I used to do the exact same thing, dude. Like everyone else playing. Ooh. I guess I'll take that. Boop. Yeah, to watch auto chess, I feel you need to play a couple games, because it looks a lot more complex than it is. But if you haven't played, there's too many things to look out for. But the moment you've played like 5 games or so, you can follow a stream fine. And then you'll be like, oh, so that's how you do it. Because the start of auto chess is pretty hectic. You're like, what's going on? I can't understand anything. Why am I dying? 30 seconds suddenly looks really, really, really short. Or feels, rather. It was a very timely fungal. Whoa. Man, am I glad that didn't hit my announcer. Alright. Let's do some overloads projection stuff. If we Rain of Toads now, we're going to have 4 mana next turn. If we play Moshog now, next turn we can play Rain of Toads plus Earthshock. That means we play Rain of Toads on 7. That means on turn 8 we're going to have 5 mana. I feel like the Rain of Toads right now is not better than the announcer, so I'm going to play the announcer. I prefer to usually play my guy that's going to deal the damage, and then play the things that protect the guy that's going to deal the damage. What are the better arena classes to start out with? So if you don't know much about the game or the meta right now, you can use exclamation mark guide. Or no, well, exclamation mark guide will give you the fundamentals, but exclamation mark meta will give you the meta specific guide. And for that one, I recommend Mage. That felt pretty spammy, ISOG. Also, that's not a YouTube. That's not a YouTube link, right? I think he's just trying to debate people to click that shit. So, let's keep him banned. Hex is alright. We have Earthshock for the next taunt. Can't see the link properly on mobile. It's fine, IceHog. It's all good, man. Most of the, like, you know, 9 out of 10 times, people running into the bot, it's unintentional. But that 1 out of 10, man, that bot does work.
I wonder.
Usually you feel a little annoyed at hexing that thing, because then you know the next big taunt is gonna hurt. But that's where the Urkshock is pretty good. How much did he take from a Chitterer? I didn't pay attention. Was it 2? Okay. It was not 2. Ha! My boy will never die. Alright, so he can Demon Bolt that. But do we care?
I wonder.
No. The answer is no. He can no longer Demon Bolt that.
You're so sweet.
Announcer and Enforcer had a baby. God, that's sort of a disturbing image. He's smart, guys. He's not gonna leave phase damage on the table. Amazing. I'm definitely streaming Hearthstone once the expansion hits. And I'm probably just streaming it until the expansion hits, but I haven't really sat down and looked at exactly how long it's going to take, etc, etc, etc. Because I do enjoy playing auto chess, but I don't want to go into the expansion, you know, not having played. So, because today I already lost the game because I didn't play around Warpath. Max Smash, thank you for the 13 months. Welcome back, man. Appreciate that. That's a pretty good curve. It's nice against Paladin. We've seen this veteran twice already, I think, right? Because it's not even that long until the expansion, right? It's the 9th. Yeah. So it's like 11 days or so. Get him, girl. So which sets are going to be in the first rotation again, guys? J-Rod, thank you for the 4 months, man. Welcome back. Thanks for all the support, guys. It's appreciated as always.
What a bother.
There we go. Do you like the current meta for Mage and Priest? Somehow I perform much better and consistent with Rogue, Warlock, and of course Hunter. Well, the of course is a little... is a not so of course, I think. Any insight about this? I mean, it's probably just the way how you play, right? I know that Warlock is a good class. I know that a lot of my colleagues are doing very well with it. But I don't really perform as well with Warlock because I like to play this more curvy, smorky style. So I'm sure that that's the reason for you as well. I have to trade like this for Scorcher, I think. Basic, Classic, Nax, Old Gods, MSG, Witchwood, and then Rise. Okay. Hey, guys, Steve. It's good to be back.
Reporting for duty.
It's pretty slow, but it's probably okay, right?
Don't touch me yet.
Let's start working on that cube. Get those 3/5s back. There's some stuff he can do, like bubblies and yummies, but we want to get the 4 damage in anyway. And that's Shroom Brewer for anyone that's not that familiar with the battle cries.
Not on my
Sure, it's whatever. Feels like a pretty good position to play from. Alright, so we can play a curve drop or we can get Gastropod out. Let's make our trades first and then look at what makes sense. It looks like the 4-1 goes into the 2-4, 2-1 into the 3-2, trade the things, and then look at what the board looks like. So there's 2 things on 2 health. So adding 2 more things on 2 health could be annoying. At the same time, if he plays a big taunt, having Gastropod would be nice. It's turn 7. The Paladin's cards where they summon a taunt Divine Shield for 7 mana could be a thing here. We could compromise a little bit and go for Gastropod Hero Power, and then we do not invest too much into a potential Consecration. I definitely like Gastropod, I just haven't figured out whether I want to Raptor or not. We currently have 10 damage on the board. If you add Raptor, it's 13, 14 with the Snail. So we don't kill him anyway. So I think the Gastropod is just better. Healing is very, very nice. Now this is this looks like a really strong board. I guess Mossy, right? Mossy would be the big. Ooh. That heal totem was very, very nice. All right. So Bloodlust kills him. It's not that much Udder that kills him, but I'm willing to play it here and see what we get. So we can deal 4 damage for 1 mana this turn. Or we can get the Rain of Toads out cheap. If we deal 4 damage for 1 mana, we can play Thunderhead and trade a 2-1. That's probably okay.
What to do?
Shall we make a storm?
Talisman? You'd play Talisman there? Or you're memeing me? There's that card we played around earlier, so that's nice. It's always nice to know that the play you did made sense. Yeah, Druid I think is just good. Just enjoy playing Druid. 4/0/2s look great. Buck, buck, buck. Oh, I didn't overkill his face. That's my bad. Could have had 37 health there. Honest mistake.
Thrall versus Anduin. The light shall bring victory.
For Doomhammer! Job's done.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Snails. We got them. It's potential of 4 snails this game. Unfortunately, it's not really the perfect class for it. Shroom Brewer? Guess we have this.
Speak your peace.
The future is now.
Shadow Madness is really good on the Napper. I feel like I'd rather just put a snail down. Excuse me, guys. Like, my instinct is to cube the 1-2. Not great. I feel like I fall too far behind if I cube snails.
What a ball.
Don't blink. You might miss.
It's a pretty mediocre card. Deploy the Froggos. So there's 2 veterans into the in the cube. It's not something we have to pop as fast as possible. But from now on, Bloodlust is going to be scary for him. Mossy is pretty good for him as well. Alright, my man. What you got? Feels like I just want to play another 4. Get some phase damage in.
Sense your struggle.
The Death Speaker heals for 2, it's okay. Instinctively, I like lightning bolting and putting the 2 in here. That allows for a trade. We could see what's in the box. It's probably fine here. Okay, Earth Might on the 4/4 is pretty solid. That's a 5/5 Pog.
There is little time.
Taunt Totem's a bit awkward. Oh, what can you do? It's the worst one right now. Death over there. It's pretty good. Hey, Veritas. We do want to start hitting his face, but we don't have the cards for it yet. Well, Bloodlust would be a card. One of the Bone Mares would be nice. Fungal would be nice. Bloodlust, obviously. And Stable Evolution would be a good draw. You can see on the tracker we've drawn fairly light so far. Another Toad's not bad, but it's not like the type of card we need here, right? That's the main problem. His best reply to Snail was to sacrifice a Yeti, so I think we'll just play another Snail. I don't want to freeze my board. I don't want to take. I don't want to get. I don't want to deal less face. The totem here is a bit of a concern because you might fill your board too much for toads. But healing totem would be nice, and a 1/1 you can sack. We got the spell power, which doesn't do much. But I guess for fungal, bone mare, bloodlust, it's always nice to get more bodies. So I think overall the net gain for toteming is still higher than the potential awkwardness with toads. Hey Adek, you can just say shady, that's fine. Good. Hey, Cicero. Poison lethal? It works!
Uther.
I will fight with honor for Doomhammer.
More snail, more better. Snail here feels stronger just because if he coins a 3-drop such as Tar or Frost Rider, you still contest the board.
Reporting for duty.
If you play the Raptor and he plays Tar or Frost Rider, it's a lot worse for you.
Not exciting enough.
Apparently Knights and Trolls is a new Magus, no one told me. Knights and Trolls are good if you get them early, because I think that they fall off if you can't 3-star them. Okay. That's a bit of an underwhelming use of the poison, but we're in a good enough position that we don't care. I'm definitely looking at using the Unstable Evolution on turn 5 if we get favorable trades. So that's definitely an option. Hey, LeBron. LeBron. LeBron? LeBron? LeBron. Okay. I think I got it. Yeah, if you can free kill something with the 4/4 here and pop off with the Evo, it's really strong.
I am one with the candle.
The red one tastes like cherries.
I would have preferred to keep one for the Beastmaster as well. It's a little less good than it's supposed to be. But we do have an 8/8 on turn 5. It's like a Hydra that gives us HP rather than takes HP. So it's pretty good. Syro, welcome back. Thank you for using quest modes. Getting that free sub. Hot damn, Smork. Yep. That's the advantage of early Evo. You can start pushing a lot of face. The only problem would be in Aldor stuff. Yeah, he has the Steed as well. That's annoying. It's okay-ish still, because you have an 8/8 against the 6/10. Yeah, he's not going to take damage off the boards, but that's understandable. Oof. I like this pre-hit more, yeah.
Packs a punch. Don't touch the air.
The downside of playing the frogs is you can't play a top deck Bone Mare. But if I hit a top deck Bone Mare, I can just play Scavenger and then Bone Mare, and I'm pretty happy anyway, so it's fine. We're still in a pretty reasonable spot. It's just that weapon plus Steed was probably the worst thing that could happen. Because I was okay with Steed. I was okay with something killing the Gastro. I wasn't okay with both. That's a pretty sweet draw though. I'm probably gonna sack a 1/1 instead of free killing just to make AoE a bit better for us. Alright, Snail. Fuck him up. Okay. No bite cleaver. Okay. That's pretty sad for him, so I can go for that. I think by not killing the snail, you just give me dead speakers and shit, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Don't quite agree. Second that 1/1 is pretty annoying here. Get him, team. Get him, team! It's wrong, but it doesn't feel right, and that's what matters. Who cares about the facts? It's about how it feels. And that play felt bad. It's why people don't trade their 4/4 into like a 1/1 poison, even though I'm gonna do it anyway.
How long can this go on? How long can this go on?
This man was like, does it have taunt? You're coming into my deck.
It's mine. For the master.
Your peace.
Just keep scratching at his face.
Out of my jungle!
Does it have taunt? You're in, baby. The hammer lasts. God. Alright. Easy lava burst. Again! Can I kill him with forked? Duck, duck. Duck, duck. If I hit spell power, he's dead with forked. So it's 33%. But I think looking for another one is just better, right? Yeah. Yeah, looking for another one is better. Again! Again! Hex. Duck. Duck, duck. Yeah, just again. Again! Alright. Big Bad Voodoo. Summon a 2-drop out of this. I think that's better than Volcano in the... Well, Volcano in the hand could be better as we wait. So we go Big Bad Voodoo. We put that over here. Trade, trade. I think actually Volcano is better, funny enough. Because I think I need to play the slow game now until I get him. Sadly. I could pick Big Bad Voodoo, but basically my plan with the Volcano is to try to do something like Volcano to clear his board and play Moshog or play Tiger. Those rolls were bad? Yeah, pretty darn bad. Shiny, shiny, lovely loot. That would have done, man. That would have been good enough. Let's see. I feel like we just totem, play it slow. We're gonna need to get more value out of Volcano, and it means we can play Tidal Surge as well if he plays more than 15 HP.
Behold the might of Stormwind! Reporting for duty.
Converting stored energy.
stranger will offer you aid.
Wrong order? Wait, did you come to the stream for correct order? That's not Could you leave, please? It's making me a bit uncomfortable. Alright.
I hope you like my invention.
Reporting for duty.
It's quite insane how much taunt he had after that. I'm pretty sure I can win this if I play it a bit different, but I'm not sure if I should have. Hey Martinu, thank you for the full year. Welcome back. Very unlucky draws. Ah, it's fine. Shit happens. Dude, could you be faster, please? Holy shit. Alright. Let's queue up. I'm gonna BRB. Can't win anymore, right? Not with that attitude.
Thrall versus Maiev.
None can escape my fury.
For Doomhammer.
The visions were really sad. Yeah, but I could have won it had I played better. It's fine. I'm just having fun today. I'm not really trying that hard.
Rams? Those aren't exciting enough.
Sorry, guys. All the rustling. All right. Snail and prey. It seems annoying versus rogue, but could be correct. It's probably better to just spread
The dark path is my
and
destiny.
then make it more likely we can fungal. Nom nom nom.
Your magic shall not save you.
Mushroom power!
For the master.
Mushroom power. I could consider it, Casey. It's just it brings a lot of extra work. I'll put it like that.
Hide the polar bear exquisite.
This guy's toast.
storm. The glory is mine.
There is little time.
Mushroom
Pretty awkward.
Me angry. Me off the way. I wonder. Great show today, folks. It's all
That might be enough then, right? Rather than our truck.
there is little time.
Take that. We don't Earthshock things that don't have taunt, Ilana.
Good tickets don't come cheap.
Thrall versus Uther.
I will fight with honor.
What is this called?
Doomhammer.
Some kind of salami. Italian salami. Alright, I'm gonna put the rest away.
Converting stored energy.
Save it for later, OP.
Reporting for duty.
Hide the polar bear exquisite.
It's an interesting way of eating salami. With your hands, or? Ooh, that never feels good, having to do that. Usually put it inside a sandwich. Ah, but what if you don't eat bread? How can you still enjoy salami if you don't eat bread?
The dark path is my destiny.
Use 2 pieces of chicken as the buns. What are you eating? Chicken sandwich? Is a easy chicken sandwich, man. Why not snail and totem? because this could hit Mashnell, which would be sad. Nothing. Okay. I want to play the snail and I want to play a 3. I think I prefer this one, yeah.
I love armor.
For the master.
Hey, look who woke up. Hey, Muffin. She's really practiced in sounding as little sad possible kitty. Like as sad as you possibly can. There you go. Say hello to the chat. Anything you want to say? No? Meow. This is not good, by the way. Hey, Stein! We had a lot of Monk ass in chat earlier, but you weren't there. That's weird. She's so big now. She's really big, yeah. She smelled the salami. It's possible, but I already put it away. So now she's hunting for it. She's like, I can smell salami.
There is little time.
As long as it keeps out arrows. For the master.
Wow.
For duty.
He wants to go.
It's mine!
Reporting for duty.
Speak your peace.
Okay. It's a big boy.
Reporting for duty.
Not buffing? Crazy. Ooh.
A stranger will offer you aid.
Why not use Haunting Visions and then play the Toad? I don't know. Toads felt okay. This is pretty insane to get, by the way. I don't play with Haunting Visions. I picked it because Sinet said, do it. And then it kept trolling me. I was like, Haunting Visions, and then 2 cards I don't want in a Haunting Visions. And then again, 2 cards I don't want in a Haunting Visions. And then 3 cards I didn't want. I was like,
Let me think.
oh my lord. I think he got the better too. Not by much. XD.
The future is now. It's
Gonna chug the pyros. Gotta get that value. I mean, not a hex. Disgusting. close. I think I just Mastiff this turn, right?
Rams? Those aren't exciting enough. Reporting for duty.
Okay then. No problem. Why is Totem better than a 2-1?
Thrall versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
For Doomhammer.
Mastiff 301 10s tier score, obviously. Hey Charlie. Haven't coined 2s in a while. Aside from that Druid run ad earlier. Haven't been regularly coining 2-drops for a while.
Smelly fish. Yummy.
Yummy fish. Smelly fish, yummy fish. What are they feeding you? Just need to get the mushroom power on curve into fungal, into evolve the fungal. Mushroom power, do do do. Mushroom power, do 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 do. This is pretty sad. We have to like run into the shield and give him our 3-drop. Because if you hero power and play veteran, the 1/1 will just kill it. Basilisk, killer of dreams, hopes, ambitions, everything.
Rams? Those aren't exciting enough.
Totem plus buff. I don't like that. That's so incredibly fragile. You could just lose the game on that turn. Cool. Yeah, you would have lost the game, right? Holy shit. All right. No. God, man.
Speak your peace.
I can't just let that 3/3 run over me, but God, overloading here sucks. Yeah, but you're in such a worse position. Cool. Oh, thank you, game. Much appreciated.
As long as it keeps out of.
Fighting for the board. He had a bad turn. We can do this, boys. We can do it, boys.
Let's crash this party.
Let's crash that party. Sort of don't want to kill that, but I think I'll end up killing it. Because I feel he's going to be able to kill it off himself and just be able to do other things, right?
What to do?
Let's kill this first in case it's statue. Oof, PogChamp. PogChamp, baby. I really wanted to start evolving next turn, but I'm not gonna do one evolve on the 2/2, and it's just silly. That would be silly, chat. Still in a good spot. Totems working together. That is a big boy.
A stranger will offer you aid.
What do we say to the pile of stats? Do me face.
Pinch of death cup. Heal of shoe.
Ugh. So this is currently 4 mana, summon another 6/5, or get another Evo. 4 mana, summon another 6/5 can be alright.
What?
Trade 1, go face. Don't really want to cube this turn, right?
There is little time. I wonder.
Seven mana announcer. When you're going face, that's potentially worth it. You take him. I don't want him. That was pretty funny. So the problem with cubing your 6/5 is you probably want to trade with it, which is already a bit awkward. And if he mind controls your cube, you're so fucked. So I think you cube the Napper, or even the Primal Fin, but probably the Napper. And just smork him and hope for the best. Board space might be an issue, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's fine. Totem's probably better, right?
There's little time.
Can that go on forever if they keep switching? Theoretically, I guess it could. I don't know. Yeah, easy. I love this guy, man. So good for going face. No! Rude. I was trying to kill you. Chat. He's trying to survive. You don't want to evolve your cube. You don't want to evolve your 6-5. Do I want to work off evolving a 1-1?
What to do?
I sort of do.
Morning person. The jungle provides.
That's fairly good. I think I want to keep going now. Don't think I want to evolve the snail. I'm gonna keep that. That's really annoying for him. I can't evolve the totem for one. Don't want to evolve the snail. Should evolve the other 1-1 first. Ah, but then I can't do this. I would say that's probably the #1 misplay people make with Unstable. They always evolve their 1 costs without first asking, should I evolve these things? I think he just realized he's dead. Like, oh man! Why not evolve the totem? Doomsayer. It's too little upside. Can't touch this. Can't touch this. The people always try to get the Radiant first, and then they go like, I shouldn't have evolved that, should I? Or they'll evolve like 5 things into 2-drops, right? They have a bunch of worms, and instead of making, you know, a decent minion, they go like, evolve the one, evolve the one, evolve the one, evolve the one. I have a bunch of 2-drops, and I have 2 mana left. And like, maybe I should have made a real minion here, right? But 1-drop could be a Radiant, or an Apprentice, or one of the other 200 2-drops. Why would we think about that? Right, so Frostrider feels okay. It's just that the 3 and the 1 kills it after we hit here. The turn after, what would we do? If I play Napper here and he trades the 3 and the totem, this and the Napper, can trade 1 back and then play Frosty. I think I sort of like that more.
I love omelets.
Which is a little weird, but I don't like this too much versus Shadow Madness to begin with. Wow. If I sack the Napper and play Frosty, it's a bit awkward. So maybe just Frosty, right? Now Shadow Madness will win him the game. I think it's just over. So we have to think about whether we play around it or not. If I pre-hit with the Napper and then freeze, my 1/1s won't be able to attack. So we can use the 3 and the 1 into my 4/4. That's pretty awkward to begin with, yeah. So Madness is just the end of the game. How many 2-drops are there? Probably less than 200. I like to exaggerate. Oh, we didn't? I was gonna coin the... what? Do I like that? Not sure I even like that. Okay, now I definitely don't like it. Wow, Devour. Yeah. I like getting the frogs out of the way now so we can have a clean bone marrow on 8. No overload. I want a nice, clean bone marrow. Fight. So 3 cards for my deck. He could still have the unstable because we drew it right after he cast it.
A stranger will offer you aid.
A stranger will offer you aid. Can still double trade. It's a bit meh, but might do it. If we unstable for 4, we would heal these guys to 4 drops or 5 drops, which will probably buy us enough position on the board to bone marrow, which will then probably give us in a position where we can bloodlust. So I guess we do it, even though it doesn't feel amazing.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Could pre-hit here and heal this one. Sort of don't hate that. Like it. And then death. Lightning bulb. Right. Death would be a little silly. But this is exactly sort of what we wanted, right? Him going off to try and protect his, try to get the board, and now we just have a free bone marrow.
Neither snow nor rain nor witch.
I could do with another Toads. Set up this Bloodlust.
As long as it keeps out arrows.
I'm not sure if I want to play Snail. It's a bit awkward with Shadow Madness. He didn't have the Shadow Madness very early on, but he doesn't have any of those cards anymore. This is a card for my deck. This is a 2-drop. So he's drawn these cards in between. Was Madness good earlier?
I wonder.
It's hard to say.
There's little time.
Lambs? Those aren't exciting enough.
What is my purpose?
Yes, it is. Probe. Shock. Bolt. Visions. Probably.
Crazy.
See.
You're crazy.
Gets the spell power. It's got a bolt for 4 now. I'm guessing that's it. No. He's aiming it there. Maybe another Scorcher. Yeah, he's got another Scorcher. So the 1/5 can go back in. No. Oh. Why did the spell power matter then? Because it was fun to Pega. I don't know. Am I missing something? I guess it dealt more damage to my dudes, which is sort of irrelevant damage right now.
The dark path is my destiny.
Speak your
The
peace.
future is now.
Out of my jungle. Out of my jungle.
He's not dead,
There is no light.
right? Daniel's Gaming. How is he not dead? Snail into 1, Bloodlust, this into 1. 5 bodies, 15, 16, 18, 19. It's not that. My board is full. I have a bloodlust. I'm sure somewhere in the rules it states that I win, right?
What to do?
Daniel's Gaming. Alright.
For the master.
Always little time.
That's why I went for the totem. So now we can rebuild a bit easier.
For the master.
Could you fucking not? Not killing it is too dangerous. It's too awkward, right? Because what you could do is just not trade and play more things, but that has so many punishes. Ooh, hello. Ooh. So part of me wants to Lightning Bolt now in order to remove more of the board. You'd probably not kill the Drake just to not give him another Prime Drake or whatever. The other part is like, well, if we save Lightning Bolt for the Bloodlust turn, we can get through a huge taunt. So I think I like the get through the huge taunt argument a bit more, but I'm not sure. Because you could just Bolt here and trade a 1-1 in. I think that's probably better. Take this off the board. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Always little time.
So you have to play this first, right? Like maybe bolt his face and try. No, you have to play this first. Thunderstruck. Da, 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 da.
The doctor is in.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Get out of here, Priesty.
Throw versus Jaina.
No, I don't think he wants to kill the dragon. I think he wants to make the dragon a 6/4, which I think is fine, but I probably just want to keep it as healthy as possible. I can't really tell you that making it a 6/4 is wrong. I can't tell you that it would have made a difference either. It's one of those plays, you know. Hey Saba, what's up? start with the Raptor. If he doesn't have a play, we can start chunking more damage. And if he has a 2-3, we'd probably rather trade a Raptor than a Snail. If he has a Frostbolt, we'd probably rather trade a Raptor than a Snail. Yeah, I said it during the draft. Probably the only thing I take over Snail in its bucket is Violet Worm. Such a solid 2-drop. Could think about Evo here, but nah. Counter Snail. Deploy the Counter Snail.
A stranger will offer you aid.
So Polymorph on cube could be annoying. But we're cubing, right? Yeah.
The future is now.
The stats line up a bit too nicely here. You could Tiger and not hit, you could Tiger and hit, but hit and cube feels better. Once again, we're probably going to Toads on curve so that we can play Bone Marrow on curve. That means we can't play Tiger on 7 because we're going to have 4 mana. That's not the worst thing. How good is the Rain of Toads here? If he has 1 damage, if he has 1 AoE damage, it's Scorcher, so it's sort of irrelevant. Like Trade Blast Wave is pretty darn bad. Fungal is really bad. But Fungal's almost always going to be bad.
I wonder.
If you don't Toads now, you don't Toads until 9, which could be okay. I think I'm actually going to play Announcer or Tiger here. Probably Announcer so that I can go Tiger into Bone Marrow guaranteed. Toads just don't feel as good versus those 3/3s. Zombie Chow into Creeper into 3/4, yeah. That'll be a curve. Sort of annoying. What did I eat again? 3/4s, right? Hey. I feel if we double trade and go Tiger Hero Power, we're going to be okay, but it's a pretty bleh play, so. I guess some redeeming factor is that the 3/4s line up nicely versus the 3/3s. Still don't really want a Toads because you want a Bone Marrow. It sucks, but if I don't trade this as well, AoE is going to start to become really, really, really nasty. He's probably pretty happy seeing that. Yeah, Master Jouster when it hits is insane. When it doesn't hit, it's just a overpriced pit fighter. Yeah, that card was pretty bad for the game. Like the variance between a hit and not hit was so big. Okay.
Is that food? I need it.
Ooh, we can punish here with evolves. Yeah, this board feels way too good to evolve. Or feels way too good for evolutions to not evolve. Put it like that.
Good tickets don't
See now the power of the Dark Father.
Would I like to do that? Trade one in. I'd get to kill 2 things, right? Let's first evolve the rest, see what happens.
My root and vine. Soul and
I like that.
There is little time. Magic neutralized.
Pretty good. Clear? I would rather make a 7-drop instead of clearing. So if I make a 12 HP untargetable minion, 7, and then he needs AoE. 12 HP is tough, right? That's like Dragon's Fury level, if I'd make this trade.
I wonder.
Oh, I don't even have to make that trade. That's perfect. Silence, I guess, right? Silence is the counter.
Surrender imminent. No escape.
Bonk, bonk. This is also a very nice bone mare target, but the moment you roll into the untargetable, it's just better.
What to do? What to do?
Yeah, but the blizzards into the unstable punish was nice. It's very useful. Thunderheads plus Rain of Toads doesn't work. We don't have enough space. What you can do is sack the Bone Mare, then go Thunderheads, but you may as well just use the Spark if that's the case, right? But then again, are you playing Toads anyway? You might be. If you're playing Toads anyway, you might also just Thunderhead. Flame Strike's gonna suck now because of this, right? Yeah, maybe we don't Toads. Flame Strike's gonna suck too much. Feels bad to throw a bunch of 2/4 taunts into the grinder here. He needs a lot of Flame Strikes. No, he has the 2/3 now. So he can just trade Flame Strike if I Toads, and then the Toads die as well. I don't know if this was better. Honestly, I didn't have a great play around Flame Strike. I was probably better off keeping the Spark and utilizing the Thunderhead. Big ass Blast Wave. I mean, whether I play the 1/1s is irrelevant if he can pop his own worm, right? I can't hold all this value. So yeah, he's looking for anything to deal 1 here. Cone would work.
Only a fool rejects the Lich King. Someday I'll be just like
Arcane Explosion.
One's out on me.
Yeah. Sort of dirty. I guess in a way this worked out better, but it's fine. He could have kept a 2/1. Maybe, yeah, but he had too many things to think about. So if he Toads now, we're gonna summon 5 things. Summon 5 things, play Frustrator first. Trade this in. Trade 2 in. Probably wants to ping here anyway, even though it's frozen.
Thunderstruck! 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 Ride the polar bear express!
Suddenly, bored. Feels like he's got another AoE, right? He's a bit too happy here to play his free card. Okay. That's good, but not as good as a Flame Strike or Blizzard, of course. And given that he did this first, I think we can rule out that he has a Blizzard or a Flame Strike. So, could still have a Blast Wave, and he wanted to put things more in reach, but probably not, right? I think you just take the Blast Wave first. Maybe make a trade with the Apprentice or so. Sure. I would be surprised if he has another Blast Wave. I think we can rule out Flame Strike or Blizzard, given that he did that first. Blast Wave we can't completely rule out, but it would be unlikely. Quite unlikely.
No more take candles. No more take candles.
I used to really love playing slow Shaman. I hope that becomes viable again. Now that we have the holy overkill. Now that we have the Alakir, the common Alakir that heals you. Might be a thing. Why not take out the Apprentice? Because at this point it's a Bloodfen Raptor, so ask yourself if you would title search a Bloodfen Raptor. You probably wouldn't, right? Fink, thank you for the 18 months. Welcome back. Welcome back. Sort of want to toads, but I don't think I will. I think title search here happens every time. I feel like the Necromancer might just be better for now. But let's think about it. It just gives you that huge spread with the 1/1s. What does he have? 2 recruits, right? 2 recruits. Things that aren't Blizzard Flame Strike.
The dark path is my destiny.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
Necro hero power? I like hero powering for sure, but the hero power probably just gets taken out for free. Pyro's exact. Yeah. I suppose. Hey Red Keith, welcome back. Thank you for the 2nd month.
Alas,
You.
a worthy fool.
At least we didn't give him our toads, but you. This guy has been annoying. Like, really annoying.
Reporting for duty.
So the only card we can't afford is Bone Mirror. I suppose I have mixed feelings about drawing the Bone Mirror now, though. You get a lot of value out of that Raptor? You mean in discounts? We're on 10 mana. Really? I wouldn't say so. Because what you're saying is that you would have given him the 4/4, right? I think he would get a lot more value out of the 4/4. Holy shit, dude, stop! What is this?
Reporting for duty.
Ew, it's Arena! Stop this. This is so disgusting. This is so absolutely disgusting. Blast Wave Blizzard, 2 Meteors, 2 arcane explosions, which each dealt 2 damage plus. Ew. So absolutely disgusting.
Throw versus Rexa.
Let the hunt begin for Doomhammer.
Smork. If only Crip was playing, he would have won. Did you like intentionally spell it wrong, or? I think it's funny, right? Don't get me wrong. Just checking.
Hide the polar bear exquisite.
We kept the Toads here because we had a turn 2, turn 3, and turn 4 play. So Toads versus Hunter feels really strong. Oh wow. It feels like the game's over. Let's see if that's the case. What should I pick? Mage, Warrior, or Druid? I would say the most user-friendly would be Mage right now. If you don't know how to draft, you can check out my meta tutorial, my meta guide. Using exclamation mark meta, of course. Of course, of course. Excuse me.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Pog. I overloaded because I had a 4. Now I wish I didn't. But had I not overloaded, I wouldn't have played this, so I'm glad I did. Go team, go. If we totes, we can Bloodlust or Tiger. But if we Bloodlust, we have lethal. I think I prefer the Bloodlust. No longer lethal. Positioning? What would you have changed about the positioning? It feels just wrong to toads.
I wonder.
Explosive shot? The middle minion has stealth, so he will try to point it there and then be like, darn, I cannot target that.
There's little time.
Cube the mech. I think that's the best play if you don't have a Bloodlust in your hand. But with a Bloodlust in your hand, you kind of want to kill him. So it's pretty good to have bodies on the board. See, chat? Played around it. Don't. Toads now will allow for Bloodlusts. So we should do it. Deploy the frogs. Deploy the frogs. Ah! Deploy the other things.
The dark path is
You're not gonna get out of this. I'm coming for you. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Rawr, rawr, rawr. Come on, man. Come on.
I
Ugh. He's like, do I walls this again?
Quickly.
My duty is to the king.
I concede. I don't want to tell you how to do your job, Vice Huzu, but it's one of the two. This ain't auto chess. Damn, 3 years, Akanar. Welcome back, man.
You give me strength.
For Doomhammer.
Hope you've been well. Keep the Bone Marrow against Priest. Seems like a good card. Hey Sky. Will you do another stream with Peter one time? I'm sure that'll happen. Coining twos again, Pog. I read a tweet from Peter a while ago where he said that he'll give outages one thing. Like for the first time in a long time, he couldn't reliably watch Hearthstone, so he was catching up on his backlog. The manual chess guy. I love that. I love that. That's great. That's actually good.
Access denied.
He's annoying chat as well as you. I think it's okay right now. I'm trying to be more tolerant, right? This seems like a sketchy play at 9 and 2. It feels like he's setting up for some stuff, right? I don't know, maybe a Scalebane or something like that. Scalebane could make sense in Priest if he got like Duskbreaker early. That's a pick you could make. Okay. That's a slow and painful road to killing the Beastmaster. He's gonna be sad after we cube it after all that work. Oh. Shadybunny likes auto chess so much because you can constantly roll. It fixes my reroll addiction. For sure. Kaito, thank you for subbing. Welcome. No! Cloning device. Alright. Not been paying attention. Oh well, 2 Beastmasters, I suppose. I think I do take that trade to get the Beastmasters out. Still got Tiger. Still got 2 Gastros. Is that it? It's just better, I think, right? Well, he can't really Mossy. Let's think about this for a moment. So the upside for not trading is you get to keep a 4-6, but this 4-6, yeah, my instinct is trade. My instinct is trade. The upside for not trading is Mass Hysteria, but all the shapes are sort of awkward for Mass Hysteria. So I think it's okay. Would you look at an auto chess game from a viewer and analyze it for a donation? Is that something you generally won't do? Not while I'm playing Hearthstone, right? But if I'm doing an auto chess stream, we could do that. Ew.
Mind if I roll need?
So yeah. That's why we wouldn't pop the cube. Yeah, I'm not really paying enough attention, unfortunately. We're probably still okay, it's just a bit awkward.
As long as it keeps out air.
That's why I kept that Bone Marrow against Priest. Yeah, I should have thought about it a bit more. It's not as bad as with auto chess if I'm chatting. If I'm chatting during auto chess, god, man. Feels a lot worse. This guy's got 4 cards. It feels like he drew his Death Rattle, right? What did he do on 6 mana? 6 mana, that's when he played the Snail instead of this. So I think he's got it. I think I actually need to smack him here. It's so punishing when it's there. Yeah, I popped one earlier and it didn't summon, but that was played on curve with 3 cards in hand. This is played on turn 8, sort of deliberately, so... I think he might even play a weaker Death Rattle minion here to ensure there's so, right? But I should have played around the Mass Hysteria better. Oh. I'm not so sure he has it now. Because, wouldn't you want to kill the big boy? I guess if you have a taunt, it's sort of double, right? So Tidal Surge Bolt can kill that. That's 5 mana, 4 mana left. So if I totem first, I can't get the Mystic out. Totem's obviously that 25%er. Healing Totem could allow us to kill it as well. So then we're on 25%er. 50%er. So 50% chance that the totem's quite nice.
I wonder.
I guess at this point of the game we sort of want to take that. Unfortunate.
Speak your peace.
If he has mind control, we lose, but can't really get around that. I do think he has it, but I don't think I win if he has mind control. Because whether I give him a 9 HP taunt or 6 HP taunt, I feel like I'm always screwed. Okay, doesn't have it. Alright, didn't have the minion to begin with. It's pretty nice for us. So no MC in the hand. We could start building here, but I think I prefer just making stuff.
A stranger will offer you aid.
What to do?
The future is now!
My shield for Argus.
A good defense is a great turtle.
There is little time.
You are not prepared.
It's actually really awkward. Oh, man. I could have opted to evolve the Illidan. And summon one flame, right? MC? He didn't have MC.
There is little time. Who shall be next to taste my blades?
I think this is higher consistency than maybe Lava Burst. Okay. So I don't think I would prefer a hunting, because the amount of times where I say, okay, Bloodlust out of this thing, right? So I think I'd rather play 2 Bloodlusts than this. But at the same time, I can see it, right? I can see it being good. So we have 3 snails, right? I should look for one, yeah. I don't hate this hand. Just give me a 2 or a 4. 2 would be better, like right now. But Fire Rally Bone Mare against Priest is nice.
Lambs? Those aren't exciting enough.
Yeah, I like the hand.
A stranger will
Fire Rally Bone Mare.
aid.
Pretty sweet. Coin Nova sort of sucks, but Scorcher is okay. I was thinking about going in with the Unstable, but it feels too early and could potentially do it next turn, growing the Mana Worm.
Tortola, preserve us.
Oof, that is particularly nasty. This feels like we just win. But Mass Hysteria can always come back. I don't like buffing the Mana Worm more than buffing the Beastmaster. Ooh, I guess Duskbreaker at a high win rate could be taken into consideration. I think for everything but Duskbreaker, I like this more. We'll see if he has it. Yeah. This would be the main reason why we like the other way more. Could just make a big boy now.
Back, beast!
It's sort of funny to just evolve, deal a bunch of damage with the worm, but it's probably just less memey to play this. 5 mana. 7-7. I do think that the worm and the 5-1 are dying here. Yeah. But I think we were okay doing the play we did.
You are the Shadow's puppet.
Can't lightning bolts if we want to play Bone Mare. So that makes Unstable Evolution less appealing. You could Unstable for 1, getting a healthy 6-drop, but I don't think we want to go there. So I feel we just clear the board and lose the board against Mass Hysteria. Rebuild. Yeah, I think you just get cleared by Hysteria here. Whoa. That's actually insane. I was not expecting to keep that board.
You have been.
Okay.
Troll versus Mecha Jaraxxus.
You face Mecha Jaraxxus for Doomhammer.
We hadn't seen the veteran in a while. She's coming back when it matters. She's here for the last game. The foul is gonna clear. It's a bit awkward. Uh-oh. It's annoying, but not the end of the world, I guess. It's a bit worse against that speaker, but I don't think my deck is like insanely high quality, so I kind of want to just deal damage. Coin Hellfire is okay. Need a play though. Okay, good enough. 9 HP gone on turn 4. Pretty solid.
Your magic shall not save you.
Silence right before the cube is pretty nice.
There is little time.
Let's go like this and then next turn Toads. I was heavily debating whether I would kill the 4-4 or not with the cube. But assuming I play a bunch of 2-4s next turn, leaving up a 4-4 seems bad. Face seems better than trading for Shadowflame. Because we played Toads on 7 instead of 6, we can actually Bloodlust, so could be dead here. GG. It's a pretty good first day back.